from HP, one of our electronics experts. My name is Ty Mayberry. If you want to follow me on social media, it's Ty Mayberry HSM at Instagram. But something that I think, Aaron, more than anything, when we go shopping, when we know we need a new laptop, we need a new computer, the anxiety and the nerves, like what do I need? I want something reliable, want something fast, that has everything I need, that is safe, that is protected, that is secure. It's a difficult process. Here at HSN, with HP, with Aaron, we try to simplify everything for you. And what we've done here, and we're going to walk through this for you. We got about 30 minutes here, so hang out with us. This is a Chromebook. And when you hear Chromebook, I want you to think about fast, reliable, easy. If you're doing social media, maybe it's for your new small business, maybe you're taking it with you and you travel to the coffee shop, all of the things that you want to do. That's what a Chromebook is for, to do it fast and reliable. It is a 14-inch HD anti-glare screen, solid-state drive, dual stereo speakers, 12-hour battery life. I mean, this thing is loaded. HP is the #1 computer manufacturing brand in the country. And you've got Intel inside, which is the #1 processing brand in the world, but it's an Intel N100, and we will get into all of that, but I want you to look at the price. Normally here at HSN, this is $469.99. With everything we're adding in, it's over $1,000. But on a birthday price right now, for you, for mom and dad, for this student, for the person who's traveling, for the commuter, for someone who needs a new upgrade, doesn't get much better than $229.99 right now. Free shipping and handling. Aaron Berger is here. It's so good to see you.
Always good to see you, my friend. Thanks for having me.
This is exciting for birthday. This is very exciting.
It is. We have computers. We, HP, bring the #1 computers in America, and we're the #1 selling brand here at HSN. We do computers at very compelling offers often, frankly. We never do a computer at 75% off retail. You said
yeah.
It's literally over $1,000 to get this computer and the software and the mouse and everything that we include. Extraordinary value, certainly, but I want you to see this little guy work. So let's take a look at the computer for just a minute. Speed, simplicity, security. You look at that price, you go, wow, that's a nice computer, Aaron. And Ty is selling. You hear us talking about Intel inside, the #1 processor brand in the world, the Intel N100 inside. You see there's a webcam built in, lots of stuff going on. I can go from, pardon me, one app to another, to another, to another. But then you might sort of stop and ask yourself for a minute, well, Aaron and Ty have this really lovely computer. It's lightweight, it's thin, it's on the go, but they keep calling it a Chromebook.
Right.
Why do they keep calling that laptop a Chromebook? What is that? A lot of people don't know. You're not alone. So let's take a minute to sort of talk about that and what it means. What is a Chromebook?
Okay.
A Chromebook is a laptop computer. It is a faster, it is an easier to use computer. It is the key difference. I'll kind of tell you this face to face, and then I'll get into why buy a Chromebook. The key difference with a Chromebook is that, for example, if you buy a PC, if you buy what they call a PC, you're buying a laptop computer with the Microsoft operating system.
Okay.
So with Windows, it would now be Windows 11. In the past, it might have been Windows 10 or Windows 7, depending on when you bought it. When you go buy a Mac, you're buying an Apple computer, right? With their operating system, with Apple's operating system built inside. When you buy a Chromebook, you're buying a laptop computer. The difference is the operating system is Google, a little company called Google. You might have heard of them before. It's Google's Chrome operating system. That's the only difference. So you'll do all of the things that you can do on other laptops. So watching video, playing games, shopping, getting your work done. Even, I'll get to this and I'll talk to it more a little bit, but I'll just mention it right away. Yes, you can do Microsoft things on here as well, like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook. A lot of people go, oh, well, wait. It's a Google operating system. Does that mean I can't use my favorite Microsoft programs? No, it does not mean that. You can still do all of those things as well.
Yes.
It's just all within the framework of the Google Chrome operating system.
And do you mind, can I point out too, some of you may have heard of Chromebook because it's what is used in a lot of schools, right? School districts, yeah, exactly. And oh, thank goodness for Chromebooks. And you know why they use them? Because they are reliable. They are fast and they are intuitive and easy to use. That's why schools schools use them all the time. A lot of businesses use them as well because you know what you're going to get. It is reliable, it is fast, it is easy to use. Maybe that's where you've heard that word Chromebook before. And now you're getting this at home for a price of $229.99. You're going to get on in the morning, you're going to check the news, you're going to check social media, you're going to maybe do a little work, maybe a little entertainment. You're going to pick it up and take it to the coffee shop. When you travel, you're going to take it with you, and it's going to be reliable everywhere you go. There are other computers out there that are $2,000, that are $2,500, that have all this tech in there that you're probably never going to use, but you're going to pay for it. The Chromebook is everything you need and nothing that you don't, is what I like to say, at a price that $229.99 is the most affordable price I have seen on an HP computer, the #1 computer manufacturing brand. So when we go into a computer store, our heads spin a little bit.
Sure.
What do I need? What I don't need?
Choices.
Do I need the $1,200, the $1,500, the $2,000? What do I get? I don't know. You know what you need? This has everything you need right here. And again, 30 days to try it out, to get it home. We have about 250 remaining. That'll be it. Now is a great opportunity to jump in.
This is the final scheduled show for birthday month, as a matter of fact. And
Yeah.
with 250, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
We won't have
Yeah.
enough to do it again. Let's talk through the features, the things you need to know about owning a Chromebook. One of the really nice things about it is you have the Google App Store, the Play Store,
Yeah.
which makes it so easy to get to your apps and that sort of thing. So how are Chromebooks different? They save you a ton of time. Faster turn on, faster turn off. The everything button, which I'm going to show you in a minute, you touch the everything button and not surprisingly, everything is at your fingertips. It pulls up all the apps that you have downloaded. It pulls up a search bar for you. It's just a really great little shortcut. You can see what's new on Chromebook as well. What can you do on a Chromebook? Again, a Chromebook is a full laptop in every sense of the word. You can do anything you do on other laptops. You can just do it a little bit faster, a little bit more easily, and a little bit more safely. And again, in a minute, I'll sort of talk to that as well. So whether you're playing videos, whether you're watching games, whether you're using the built-in webcam and you're talking to your friends and family across the country, across the world, it's all at your fingertips. 3 reasons, 3 sort of key words to think about when you think about why buy a Chromebook. And we have a still on this. We'll pop it up for you right now. Why a Chromebook? It's speed, simplicity, and security. So first of all, the speed. There is virtually no setup or startup time. Turn your computer on. It's on in seconds. And a lot of you, I'm sure right now, if you have a computer that's a couple years old, maybe a PC that's a couple years old, you turn it on and it's like you can take the dog for a walk, get yourself a cup of coffee, and
Right.
your computer still isn't on. It is so incredibly quick on and off. So speed is one. The next is simplicity. You can easily access the Google apps that you already use. So many of us use Google Earth and Gmail and Google Drive and all of that kind of stuff. You can get to all of those, but not just those. There's over 1 million apps, games, movies, music, books, all of that kind of stuff on the Google Play Store. So not just Google apps, but any apps. And then this is key. And you mentioned this, Ty, with your boys and with school systems. And I think for grandmas and grandpa, people who don't go into an office every day and have an IT person to fix their computer, it's security.
Yes.
We started selling at HSN, we started selling Google Chromebooks the year they came out, I believe 2013. From then till now, about a dozen years, the Google system has not had a break-in or a virus or any sort of security breaches. So I've been at HSN almost 20 years. In those 20 years, I've sold millions of computers, and for 98% of them, I would hold up a box and say, "You also need to get this antivirus."
You would have to.
It was part of the game. It was
and
just
you'd have
part
to
of
buy it every year.
And you'd have to install it. You'd have to pay for it. You have to keep it updated. That's all gone.
Wow.
The expense, the confusion, the time that goes into it. You don't need antivirus, anti-spyware, anti-malware, because there's built-in security in the Chrome operating system. And one more thing that kind of goes along with that, again, unlike other operating systems, for example, Microsoft operating system, this year, on October 14th this year, Microsoft is discontinuing support for Windows 10. Right? So if you have a Windows 10 computer right now, you've got to buy a new computer. Chromebook, the Chrome operating system, automatically updates itself to its new system for free forever. So it's not like there's a Chrome Platinum and a Chrome Bronze and it's just all Chrome. the Chrome operating system, which again, automatically updates itself. So over time, sort of theoretically, your computer gets faster, not slower. You're not using an outdated operating system. So as new things come out, new, whether it's artificial intelligence comes out, which I'm going to show you in just a few minutes. Gemini is built into here. It's amazing. As those things come out, as new protective measures come out, they're all automatically updated on your computer.
And that's the other thing. If you notice, let's say you got a laptop 10 years ago, 7 years ago, and you're noticing, like, I'm going to the same websites I've always gone to. I'm going to HSN, maybe I'm shopping, social media, and my laptop is slow. It's because these websites are getting more involved. There's more live video, more live streaming, more pop-ins, more pictures, more videos. And if you don't have a system, first of all, if you don't have a processor like Intel and N100, and if you don't have a system that will kind of update on its own, everything is going to slow down because the tech world, as we know, is moving very, very quickly, which is why we talk a lot about upgrading that laptop. Something that you can take with you on the go, watch it on the plane, on the train, at the office, at the coffee shop, take it to mom and dad's house, whatever you want, something that is reliable. But normally that price tag is over $1,000, and that stops us from doing that. Here with a Chromebook, remember the operating system that you're using is from maybe the largest tech name in the world, Google. That is who the operating system is from. The computer itself is HP, the #1 computer manufacturing in the country. And then the processor, the engine, is the #1 processing brand in the world, Intel. All of that. And you're tuning in at the right time because it is a birthday price. We are celebrating birthday month. So instead of $1,000, sometimes we will do $469.99 there. Today it's $229.99, free shipping and handling. Maybe mom needs a new one, maybe dad needs a new one, maybe grandma, grandpa, that student, maybe it's a high school student, maybe it's a college student. This is the opportunity with less than 250 to go around. I know a lot of you are starting to jump in right now and you're calling your friends going, Ty and Aaron are on and they got this great Chromebook, let's take a look at it. I think this is our opportunity. This is it. Get it home, take it for a spin. It's what we do here really well. HSN, HP, and you and I feel like we simplify those things. Again, we give you everything you need, and nothing you don't.
It can be really intimidating to walk into a computer store and go, okay, I need a new computer.
Oh.
Well, okay, so are you going to Ty's point, the $1,200 computer, the $800 computer, what size screen? Are you going to do the 11-inch screen? Are you going to do the 17-inch screen? Do you want a laptop? Do you want a desktop? What we've done and what we do is curate sort of all the #1s. So for a general user, if you're an incredibly specific user, if you're a chemical engineer, you need a different computer. You know what computer you need. But if you're a mom, if you're a dad, if you're a grandma, if you're a student, we'll say K through college, probably. Yeah. We sort of curate the most general, really, really good solution. Yeah. So what have we done here? It's a 14-inch screen, which is incredibly portable. It weighs less than 3 pounds, has a 12.5-hour battery life, absolutely on the go with you. One thing I'll point out is you can also, it's a 14-inch screen, but it has this oversized keypad that you're going to see me do a little pinching and do a little zooming on. And what that means is, yeah, it's a 14-inch screen, but frankly, that text, when you pinch and when you zoom and when you sort of navigate over there, that text might as well be on a 24-inch or a 27-inch monitor. You can read it, and as Ty pointed out earlier, I like reading the small print on HSN's website. Free exchanges, easy returns. We want you to love what you buy. If you don't, send it back within 30 days. If you need the same item in a different size or color, we'll ship your exchange for free. Well, it doesn't get better than that.
How easy.
You're seeing us right now in the middle of the afternoon, hearing Ty say that this is our final quantities on this computer. Why wouldn't you get it home? Yeah. See if the speed works for you. See if the simplicity works for you. See if the security works for you. We started out, we had 3 colors initially. Yeah. We're down to our best-selling color.
You're right, and I think a lot of you think Chromebook. I've heard of Chromebook. I've heard of PC and Mac and all of these things that are very expensive. Chromebook, I'd love to get my hands on a Chromebook. I'd love to try out a Chromebook and give it a month and try it out and do social media and connect with friends and maybe a little bit of work. So maybe this is your small business computer. Maybe this is your new upgrade. Maybe there's a student in your life that needs a reliable computer as well. Maybe mom and dad, they're not going to upgrade because they don't need that $2,000 computer. computer, well, this is your opportunity. At least for 30 days, you can get it home and give it a try, because I know it's complicated. Walking into an electronics store and wanting a new computer, I don't even go in there. I don't even go in there and say I want a new computer, because then all of a sudden, one thing adds up and another. It's why so many of you shop with us here at HSN, especially when Aaron is on with HP, because you know you're getting the #1 computer manufacturer in the country, and with Intel, you're getting the #1 processor brand in the world. And it is simplified, and it is easy to use. It is intuitive as well. 904-383, that is your item number. Take a look right here, because the word Chromebook, you may have heard it from maybe schools or businesses using them. It's because they're fast, they're reliable, and they are secure. Okay, only 220 of these remaining, and normally when we get around this number, they start going very, very quickly. This is something for you. I love the everything button too. If you're like, I just don't quite know where to start, well, that's exactly where you start, right there at the everything button. It is intuitive. It is easy to use. If you are traveling, commuting, doing work in a coffee shop, or a student that's walking around campus, a Chromebook is perfect for you. And it is powered by Google. You're using the Google operating system, and it's not a brand that you've never heard of, right? It's maybe the leader in tech in the world. That is Google. That's the operating system that you're getting. And then the Intel N100, and in a moment we'll ask Aaron. We've got time. We've got about 20 minutes here. I'll ask Aaron to talk about that processor, because it's so important. But when you see N100, that's kind of a level up to the level up, right? That's a whole nother range, and that is the power. It is lightweight. It's easy to use. Does mom need a new laptop? This is the one. Does dad need a new laptop? This would be the one as well. Maybe grandma, grandpa, maybe they're not getting the pictures and videos that they're sending you. This would be the one. It would be the Chromebook. And today, on a birthday price, it's $229.99. I know, you look up, if you just Google like new computer, new laptop, they start at around $1,000. Today for $229.99, 4 gigabytes of memory, 128 gigabytes of your storage, and it's solid state storage, so it's lightweight, it's quiet, right? It's easy to take with you. Okay, 200 now. This is where the numbers really start going fast. When we get around 200, people have been listening, wisely so. You're listening, you're comparing, you're getting on HSN.com, you're getting, you know, you're Googling on the interwebs, and you're looking around, and now you're starting to realize what a great value that we have right here. Now, I mentioned earlier, you see it in what we call the top line right there on the left side of your screen, Intel, and we've heard of different Intel versions of processors. Yeah. I recognize N100 because my kids are gamers. Oh, wow. That's why I recognize N100. Tell us about this specific processor.
Yeah, so the N100 is a step-up processor compared to like the entry-level Celeron processor or something like that. Certainly a great processor, as you mentioned, for gaming, for video, for those sort of things. Compared to an Intel processor from about 5 years ago, look at these numbers. 12 times better 3D gaming, 8 times faster high-definition video rendering. I just want to say those numbers again, because I say them and they go by quickly, and we throw a lot of words at you. 12 times, that's 1,200% better 3D gaming than a computer from just 5 years ago. 5 years ago was 2020. That was we were in the middle of COVID. That was like a minute ago. We're not talking about from 1993. Right. So from the last computer you probably bought 3 years ago, 4 years ago, a 1,200% increase in 3D gaming capability, an 800% increase in video rendering. All of us use video, right? Whether we're just watching Netflix or YouTube. I've got this Flowers in Bloom up right now. This is live streaming from a YouTube channel. You put in a search, results come back in video, in photo, in text. They come back in all these different forms. Is that slowing your computer down right now? It slows a lot of people's computers down. It doesn't slow this computer down. Another, actually, this is an example that you have to probably watch a lot to really notice. Oh, I think I've closed my browser, so I'll just open my browser again, and we'll go to hsn.com. You'll notice as I move through hsn.com, hsn.com, there we go, that everything will load really quickly. Very often when I sell computers, video, and those sort of things, you see them sort of struggle to load. You really don't see that here. You see a faster, more seamless experience. If you're just joining us and you're hearing us talk about Chromebook, you're thinking, well, I need a new computer, but I don't know about this whole Chromebook thing. What is a Chromebook? Many you're not alone in asking that. A Chromebook is a laptop computer, an on-the-go laptop computer on which you can watch your videos, play your games, surf your favorite websites, do all the things that you do on other more expensive laptops in many cases. But you're doing it with an operating system that isn't the default for laptops. If there's a default, is Microsoft's operating system, right? PC is probably what most people kind of default to. A lot of people have MacBooks as well. Mac's a wonderful operating system, or Apple has wonderful operating systems. They're fast. You would put a 1 in front of this price, literally put a 1 in front of this price. It would be $1,000+ computer typically. This is that on-the-go laptop with the Google Chrome operating system. So it's Google's operating system, which means speed, simplicity, and safety. Those are 3 real keys. And in fact, I think we have a still that will pop up for you.
Yeah.
Why pick up this Chromebook with now, I think, right around just 200 or so left.
And in a beautiful screen. Every time we show the screen, that vibrant
It's an anti-glare screen. So that's why you saw a lot of computers and you're probably thinking this looks different.
We don't normally talk about anti-glare. And I read my cards front to back, and I don't normally see that. That's one of the reasons why you can see this so clearly, kind of at any angle. Look how beautiful this screen is here. Yeah, anti-glare screen, 14-inch, high definition, which is that great, perfect size. Sometimes, you know, you get the 17-inch, which can be fun to look at, and then you try to watch it on a plane or on a train. You're like, oh,
try to take it somewhere.
Maybe it's just a little bit too big. This 14-inch, beautiful size at $229.99. Listen, we have a lot of people calling in and ordering right now for this customer pick. If you want to jump in right now, this is the last scheduled airing because we are planning on selling this out today. 904-383 is your item number at hsn.com or the app. The QR code, you can use the QR code. You just use your phone, aim it at the screen with the little camera icon, and then it'll give you a link and you can pick yours up right now. Maybe this is your brand new laptop. Maybe you just started a small business and you need that laptop for your small business. Maybe mom and dad have been slow to upgrade. They still have a laptop that's kind of loud and it's kind of noisy and it gets hot and smoke's coming out the side of it. Yeah, let's get them a new laptop as well. There's a student in your life. Maybe there's a young person just starting high school and they want a laptop. And you're like, yeah, I can see how you would need one, but I can't spend $1,000 on my 14-year-old's laptop. How about $229.99? How about a flexible payment of $46? But you're still getting Google, you're still getting HP, and you're still getting Intel. That's the other thing. You're not sacrificing anything. You're getting all of those big brands. Now, if, as Aaron said earlier, if you are an engineer and you need to do plans, if you're editing your full feature documentary, then yeah, maybe you need a $2,000 computer. You probably have a desktop set up and all of that. But if you want to do your social media, a little bit of work, some entertainment, connect with friends and family, take it with you to the coffee shop, have something that is fast, that is reliable, that is secure, you're looking at. And for a birthday price of $229.99, I'll have my producer give me updates because we're going very fast here. A lot of people calling in right now and going to hsn.com. Take advantage of the free shipping and handling and the 5 flexible payments. Just a beautiful screen. I keep looking at it in the monitor there. Just a great screen.
It's vibrant. And it really does look quite different to those of us who sell computers all the time. Because it's an anti-glare screen, it does have a sort of a depth to it, I think, that you don't see on most of the screens. Another thing I want to show you that's really cool and only found on Chromebook. You see this right here? This is called the everything button. Watch what happens when I press the everything button. It pulls up this screen for me. It's so convenient. Like if you're ever lost, just touch the everything button. You see, there's your Chrome browser, there's Gemini. Gemini is like the equivalent of Microsoft's Copilot. So that's your sort of built-in ChatGPT, artificial assistant sort of thing. There's the Play Store. The Google Play Store, by the way, might have mentioned this briefly earlier, is the #1 app store in the world.
Yeah.
There's over 1 million games and apps at your disposal, tons of which are free. We go down the side here and you can do games, apps, we can go to a search area, books, things for kids, you name it. So it's really easy to get to that. We'll hop back into our everything button. Whether you want to open YouTube or whether you want to go to your Google Chat or your Google Drive, or it's really all at your fingertips. You know, Ty, I often say my mother, who will turn 83 in about a month.
Oh.
If I handed this to mom and had the web browser open and said, Mom, here's a laptop, I don't think she would ever go, oh, this is a Chromebook. I think it would just be like, oh, this is a really nice, really easy laptop, right?
With an everything button.
With an
right?
With an everything
button. I love it. You said if you're ever lost. I get lost every
when
day
you are
when you are lost. Every day on my computer, I'm like, wait, how do I go back? Where do I find? You just hit the everything button.
That's right.
I love that. It just makes it so simple. Again, it is so intuitive. It's why you see it at businesses and at schools, and it's reliable and it's secure. At $229.99, we only have about 10 seconds remaining. Aaron's going to walk us through some of the features here real quick, but get your order in while you watch.
That's right. What do you need to know about Chromebooks? What is a Chromebook? A Chromebook is a simple, on-the-go laptop. It is a safer, simpler, speedier answer to using a laptop. How are Chromebooks different? They're different in a couple of ways. They save you tons of time, which I don't think anyone will ever complain about. There is an everything button. You touch that everything button and all of your apps, all of your searching, that's all sort of right at your fingertips. Whether you're searching for a recipe or whether you're searching your calendar, all of those things are easy to get to. Watching video is a pleasure on it, whether it's YouTube or whether it's Netflix or whether it's Max. Again, all the things you do on your laptop, you're just able to do them more safely. You're able to do them a little bit more easily. Those kind of things. It's lightweight. This particular Chromebook weighs right around 3 pounds, has about a 12.5-hour battery life. So that's all day battery lifetime.
That's incredible. Okay, less than 150 to go around right now. If you've been hanging out with Aaron and us and you've heard everything and you love what you hear right now, at a birthday price, we're going to show you that real quick at $229.99, 5 flexible payments, free shipping and handling. About 150 left at that price right here. Aaron, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Here.
Thanks for having me, Ty.
Yes, and thank you guys for joining us here. It is birthday month. It is 4th of July celebration as well. And thank you. My name is Ty Mayberry. I'll be here tomorrow. 140 now. Wow, those Chromebooks are going. We knew they would. We knew they would. This is it. Aaron won't be back on with this Chromebook anytime soon here, but stay right where you are. Hey, I see my friend Tamra in the studio here as well. So nice to see Tamra here. Tamra, how are you? There she is. 4th of July celebration, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's right, Ty. I am doing great. Aaron's